always talking holidays and national holidays in Studio 10 because they're fun, but they're also very important. And tomorrow is one of those days. While Arbor Day may not be as widely celebrated as other holidays like Earth Day, it's still very important. Yeah. And since Arbor Day was first nationally recognized in 1972, it's estimated 500 million trees have been planted as a result of the Arbor Day Foundation. Yeah, that's a huge number. And tomorrow, thousands of Michiganders will be continuing to carry out that mission by planting trees right here in our community. And here's a fun question for you. So, how many trees would you need to supply a full day's worth of oxygen for five people? For a full day's worth of oxygen. For five people. 100? Actually, only one tree. Really? Yeah, you would think it'd be 100, but that's because trees are so powerful. That's why planting them is so important to us and our ecosystem. And one local woman has dedicated her time to helping people in our community care for those trees. So Claudia Sella is in studio with us today to share the story.
Yeah, you guys, so her name is Abby, and when she loves nature, and when she found out that a lot of our native trees to Michigan weren't getting the proper care they needed and were being taken over by invasive species, she took action. So take a look.
The farm that I grew up on has a maple tree that we all love. We've loved it forever, right? It's huge, right in the middle of the lawn. I just found out last year about Norway maple. It's a Norway maple.
You've probably seen it before. Their beautiful bright neon leaves that bloom every spring are hard to miss. The Norway maple is a favorite here in our great state, but there's just one problem. They are not native to Michigan.
So those trees do not support insects or pollinators the same way versus an oak tree, a native oak tree to Michigan, which would support over 300 different species, support the caterpillars that would support the birds, that would, you know, become butterflies. Like that's what we want to do, is plant species that support life.
Abby has always paid close attention to nature, but recently she took her passion a step further. That's when she noticed invasive species were all around us, choking our native plants and trees of Michigan.
And since then, I've done a lot of study on this issue because I'm very interested in it, having grown up with the native plants in Michigan and seeing them decline so quickly, I got concerned.
So she took action. Abby founded the Lansing Area Neighborhood Ecology Group to make a difference.
The aim of the group is to educate people because these issues are not well known. You know, so basically it's an educational group and also a direct action group, because we are going to be doing direct action in this very park, Bancroft Park, by redoing the rain garden, which is right over there, which is just full of invasive species. It'll take a little bit to get there, but that's why I want to start now. That's why I feel like it's important to start now.
The group is primarily run on Facebook, meeting for regular planting events. Everybody is welcome who wants to make a difference with Abby.
Pay attention to our events and show up for one. The best way is direct action, is actually getting out into the parks. That's really what I hope for it, is that it'll become a group of people that get together regularly to talk about these issues and do this work, which is really rewarding, not just for the ecosystem, but also for the individuals who are doing it, you know, for your physical and mental health, to put your hands in the soil and to garden.
And she says just getting people back into nature can make all the difference.
So it's got to be an educational component, starting at the community level, to get people involved in this so that they can reconnect with nature and relearn these things that Indigenous people have known for thousands of years.
And you're invited to join her tomorrow, just in time for Arbor Day.
We're going to plant these native trees at Grand Woods Park, and then I'm going to lead everybody on a walk through the park to show them the invasive lesser celandine, and so that people can see with their own eyes how vast the monoculture is.
And you can find all of this event information on the Lansing Neighborhood Ecology Facebook page if you'd like to join. So something else Abby told me about that, it was so cool, and I checked it out this morning. That's why I was walking in the videos, because I was checking it out. So if you use this app, it's called iNaturalist, you can actually scan the plants and trees wherever you are, and they'll tell you the type. And depending on where you are, they'll tell you if it's native or they'll tell you if it's invasive. And it was really interesting. It does take a little while to work with. I tried to put it on a tulip and it kind of freaked out at me. But it is a really great resource, and it's really fun if you want to learn more about our local ecology too. So I would definitely recommend, and it's perfect for Arbor Day.
Yes, thank you so much, Claudia. We love that.
Claudia.
And I loved you rocking in your video too. That's why I was laughing. It was so cute. So that's great to keep in mind to download on that app, and it's perfect for tomorrow.